Welcome to thewordbooks.com and theword.net. Today we're going to be looking at the feature of layout in the Word 7. In the Word, we have the layouts panel over here. And you'll see that. You go in here and you go to layouts. Of course, you have your user layouts out here. I have quite a few. I'm using the features layout right here. There's layout templates. There's been a name change here just to help you understand that it's just a template, a starting place. You can do a lot from here. You can rename your layouts. You can delete a layout, save a layout. A new feature is autosave current layout. So when I switch, it'll ask me a question. You'll see that. Export current layout or import layout from file. So this is if you want to share layouts with other users and other users want to share them with you. So let's jump over to a template. Let's go to the default one, and it says, would you like to save current layout arrangement and layout? I can do yes to all, and I prefer to be given this question as I do it. So I'll do yes. So now it's going to go ahead, and you'll see down here in the bottom area, it'll show a percentage. Depending on the layout complexity, the percentage can take longer. I'm going to put these down to single tabs. And here I'm going to, instead of multiple row, and so forth. Okay. Now in here I have the Bible tree up. I have my book view, another book view. Let's go ahead and jump to another layout. And the template, I would like one with the regular search and a book search. No? Well, we'll just do this. There we go. We'll have a Bible search rather, and a book. We're going to add a book search in here. So we have book view there, Bible view over here. Here you see a Bible search up here. Now let's go ahead and bring in a new book search as well, and we're going to put that right here in the middle. Okay, so we have a Bible search, a book search, and a book. Now, some of the things that have been updated, you of course have the small splitters that are between, and you can see them here. If I do minimize like this, it drops it. It drops in this area, in the tab, and this is for this. If I do minimize here, it gets put into a minimize panel down here. Now this is the views. You can also drag that into a different location if you prefer, and you can look at have those in various areas. So if you want to have a Bible search available, which is a great feature, and then you can also bring it back and adjust it back out. So okay, so that's some different features, the minimize view, etc. You'll also go in here to file preferences, and you have a global layout / color. So in here, let's go ahead and bring up so you see the book search over here and the Bible search. Let's go into Bible search, and we're going to turn it off from skin color, and I'm going to change it just so you can kind of get an idea, and I'm also going to turn off the skin color and get another color here. So we have those two, the fonts we got set to some colors here. We also have a highlights color, so we are in the light mode, and this is used throughout. And then we have gradient background in pop-up, but I see this here, the dock splitter size. So let's change that up to 10 so you get a good easy visual of it. So we'll go okay. We got our color here in the Bible search and the book search. Let's go in and let's type in. Let's bring up a book. Well, let's get a module first. We'll get Schofield, and we'll look up God. Okay, so now we get in here, and we have our colors, and then we'll get back in there. Do you see this splitter? This is a big splitter, and it has I set it at 10. If I was to double click it, you'll notice it pops this panel off to the side. If I do it again, it brings it out. There's also another splitter on this side, which we don't have any content behind it. There's also a splitter on this one. We don't have any. And then, so that gives you an idea of those main splitters. Okay, next. So I can hide it or open it, which is a nice feature. Of course, you can drag it still. Let's make it a little smaller again, and we have let's look up God here in the Old Testament. Oops, I did not do lookup, I did something else. Let me go in here, go to find, and it'll bring it up in the Bible view. Okay, so we got those, we got your colors here. Let's go back in here to file preferences. And on the book search, I changed the Bible tree. So let's change this one over here and go OK. Now you'll notice that the book search will auto update, and that you have a layout. So let's switch this back down to 2, keeps it kind of small, keeps it kind of nice. And I've showed a couple times in the coloring those highlights, but I would like to show you what it looks like. We'll go to the word dark, which is available in add titles. And if I go back in here to preferences, you'll see now we have the dark highlights in here. So this is a feature of the layouts. You can save your configuration manually if you need to for some reason. Usually it's fine. Usually when it closes the word at the end, it's sufficient. And let's go back in here to skins. We'll go back to vellum. And then we'll go back in here to preferences again to layout, and I will change these back to skin color. And you'll note they follow this, and we're going to next change it over to the default theme here of the word and the skins and all that updates. There we go. So they give you some ideas for the various features. And there's a lot throughout with skins, but also with layouts you can get into some different ideas and concepts. A couple more things in regard to layout, some specific things. If I was to do a new Bible view, note it pops up this little control, gives us all the various concepts. We got bottom row, top row, middle. You can do recent, which would follow the recent Bible view. Floating, always floating. So if I go always floating, it'll pop it up, and here we have it. Now also in here, if you look at that, you can still push the keys here. And if you hover this and you look down here at the bottom, right in this area, at the taskbar, it'll say hold down Shift key to create a new floating book view. So if I hold down Shift while doing this, it'll create a floating. Now this is a floating that's dockable. Okay, and you can still do in your layout, you still have these. You can do always floating, things like that. So you get some ideas of how this works out. So layout has really got some various features and kind of some different enhancements from as we've moved forward in the Word 7. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.